lounging, son.
Welcome back to the Comic Lounge. My name's Ryan. With me again, my boy Eli.
What up?
Talking some more Turtles. This time we're going old school. I think this is the oldest one we've done so far. This is the Donatello #1 from the Micro series. But I can't just show this off. I gotta open up the full spread because look at that cover.
It's insane. No, the angle from above, it's like #1, hard to tackle. It's done perfectly. This is a perfect Kirby homage. And I tested it out. I posted a double page spread into our comics group, and people were like, Kirby, sick Kirby. And other people were like, dude, Laird. So that was you.
That was me. That was me that said Laird. Because like he didn't like elaborate. He didn't elaborate when he said Kirby. I was like, no. I mean, yes, it is based off Kirby.
Like an homage,
But anyways, he corrected himself, and I don't want to say he corrected, he explained himself because somebody else came to the defense. They're like, no, it's Donatello from the Micro. I was like, yes. But yeah, this is like one of my personal favorites, like one of my favorite Turtle comics of all time.
For me, it was one of the earliest Turtle stories that I read over and over and over and over because it was also done as a children's book called Donatello and the Magic Crystal.
Yes, I remember that book very well.
Yeah, I read this over and over to the point of I actually cut off the like bubble on the back of my shoe for like a old Nike Air I had. I cut off the little like bubble and I taped it to a pencil to look like this, to make it look like the Magic Crystal pencil. And I used to like write with it and draw with it. I'm like, oh, this is my magic pencil. Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, like this was amazing. You can find the book on eBay for super cheap, or it's also on archive.org. But we don't have to show it. But
it's
great.
Maybe I kind of want to pick that up, dude. We should.
Yeah, dude, because they truly like homage almost every page, and it's got this really interesting style that's kind of like this weird airbrushed style, and every page of it brought back a memory for me, or brought back like, oh, maybe this is like where I learned to draw mouths agape like this, or like maybe, so it's a really true adaptation. And then I was reminded this morning that there is again a 2003 cartoon adaptation.
Yes. Yeah. Like I said last time we were talking, like 2003 cartoon is like one of the most faithful. I'm not saying it's maybe the best adaptation, but it's one of my favorites in terms of, to me, it's like, it's my go-to next to the 1990, the first movie,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But let's get into this one, dude.
Let's get into it. All right, so he's like in the shower. So that proves our point from last episode where we're like, I wonder if they stink, and here it is. Nope, they shower.
Oh, dude. He just wants to know why there's no fucking hot water.
Yeah, he's like, hello, Donnie. So they're at April's here. I love that shower curtain. And, this might be some of the early times, especially in early spread like this, where we see them without their masks on,
And this is important, too. Again, like, it's kind of funny because the last time we were talking about a book with no Eastman. There's no Eastman on this either. This is all Peter Laird.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and they talk about it in the beginning of the issue. Like, this is just all Peter. And I think it goes the same with Raph. The Raphael one-shot was all Eastman.
It says story and art by Eastman and Laird, but maybe that's just because at that point they were really like still in the mode of being like, this is all Eastman and Laird.
Well,
because
I think
we talked about it.
I think art-wise, maybe it was just Eastman.
Or just Laird, you mean?
Or just Laird, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like that Lennon and McCartney thing, they say that, but for this song, really, Lennon was just like, well, don't you go down to B on that one? Go down to D, and then it's like, okay, now it's Lennon McCartney. I don't think I could do that, John, because anyway, I love doing those impressions.
I don't mind them, dude. So first, I love Rachel. April's hair. I don't know why I said Rachel. April's hair at this period, like totally permed out.
Yeah.
It's super. That's to me what dates the comic. Like you wouldn't know what year it was unless you looked at that fucking permed out hair.
Yeah, it's amazing. And they're all chilling out except for Donnie, who's always tinkering on something. Looks like he's building like a little robot.
Yeah.
And April's like, yeah, why don't you go down there and check it out? But dude, be careful. We have a new guy who leased the little office space in front of the cellar, and his name's Kirby.
I love this, dude. And I think it's interesting to point out too is that they tried to give Kirby money from this, and it was on the Cartoonist Kayfabe episode when I think it was on that. They don't go through the book, but they're talking about this, and Kirby didn't want any money, but they sent him a ton of books. But they did ask permission. Like
right.
they asked him if
Yeah.
it was cool.
Yeah, and then he went on to do like, is it 2 or is there a third piece of Kirby art? Because I know there's like a group of 4, then there's like just a Raph pinup that was in like a turtle soup.
Yeah,
I thought there was a third image, but maybe there's just a 2.
Yeah, those are great too. But this is, look at this. This is full duotone. Like, look at
I love
this.
it.
It's so good.
Still early. Like how the guy was like mad about their jagged lines. This is still the jagged lines.
Mm-hmm.
The huge pace of black. Oh my God, I love this. And then this spread, it's like they capture Kirby to a point that's insane. Like I gave you those stupid heroes. Did you look at them? Because they're straight up Kirby homages too.
But yeah, that's something I would love to put under the camera too.
They don't like go as hard as this one.
No. But this is just full Kirby, dude.
Oh my God, it's amazing. Kirby and the Warp Crystal.
I love this, dude. Something out of the fourth world right here, you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
God, I'm not even like directly over this book, and the newsprint smell is just like wafting up my nose. It's fucking magic. It's magical, dude. I love the smell of the newsprint.
Yeah, man. And it goes around the corner, and Donnie like chases. He's like, "What the heck?" God, the detail and the way that every inch of every panel has got something. You know,
everything, dude. There's nothing like. There's like barely any white on these pages, you know?
Yeah.
I love it. And I love that, you know, he comes in, and while I don't really think he looks that much like Kirby in here.
It's like early like Simon and Kirby, you know, before his mustache, before I guess he was always having the scar, but this is like early Cap days or something, you know, like a young Kirby.
Yeah, and but in the cartoon, that 2003 episode, full on Jack Kirby.
Oh, exactly. Is it?
Yeah, he looks exactly like Jack Kirby. They don't try to even hide it. Yeah. And I love that
because he had already passed, you know, so they were able to like kind of directly homage him.
But I love this, dude. Every little detail, the toothbrush.
Yes. In there. Oh my God. Like they probably were looking at their own desks and like copying.
Yeah.
And this creature to me looks more like a Rick Griffin design than it does a Kirby design, but I mean that's just because I'm a big Griffin guy. But.
Yeah, it doesn't look too much like a Kirby design, but I think it's still cool because like this is where we get it's right here, right? Like he's drawing this thing, and right as he puts that last line down, you see it come to life in Donnie's reaction.
Yeah, he's like, "Whoa, dude!" Yeah, and it's like just the same in the storybook, like to the point of him drawing this like fly, and it comes up. It's so cool.
I know it's been so long since I looked at that book, but I remember it so vividly because like I remember because I got this obviously later, right? And when I read this, I'm like, oh my God, this is the same story.
Yeah, me
from
too.
That kid's book, you know?
Yeah. It's crazy. And you know, he's straight up, he's not like, oh, don't, you know, he's not afraid that like this crazy creature is gonna steal the thing, you know?
Yeah, you just like it's like, how do you even decide to draw with this crystal attached to your pencil? You know, like there's a little bit of explanation, but not really too much. Like he just said he found it in the back in a pile of coal.
A pile of coal. I mean, he is in the basement. You never know. It's probably tons of piles of coal back then. And he's like, here, try it out. Just give it a chance. Like, oh, okay, I drew like a giant death monster that's gonna kill us both. But no, he draws like a little guy.
Starts dancing and then bloop, just disappears.
Yeah. That's the only thing that no, he is saying that like stuff's disappearing now for some reason or something.
He's the first person besides myself to use it, you know, and this is dude, I remember that image in the book when they first decided to go through this little doorway.
Yeah. It's so Kirby-esque too. Like they got the Kirby tech like perfect. And I was wondering too, like, did Kirby ever use the duotone paper? Like, did he ever do it? Because like it looks so amazing on this Kirby tech, but I'm not sure if he ever did it.
Yeah, you know, I don't think he did. Yeah. I don't remember ever seeing art like that. But he also didn't really ink himself.
Yeah, that's true. And Marvel didn't do it a ton in his era, and then DC, I don't know it as well, but yeah, I'd be interested to find out if there's some duotone shading on any Kirby work.
Yeah, that'd be cool
I
to
mean,
see.
it's absolutely done. Top of page 11, this like duotone background, like these. Oh
I
God,
know it's so good. Just the way they make the portal look, the doorway,
yes,
like it looks like an ink wash, but I know it's not. But the way they were able to get that effect, especially because like they're putting the chemical down on the board, right? But then there's just these spots of white, so like it almost looks like that wasn't intentional. Exactly how they did it, like they just kind of like let it go, and whatever happened happened.
I think it's almost like a dry brush effect because like if you ever have one of these pages in person, the backs kind of look like that, like where it would like kind of go through.
Okay.
And so like I'm thinking it was maybe like instead of fully dipping the brush in the whatever solution that dissolves it, they maybe like did like a dry brush technique to get that super light kind of feel. That looks sick.
But yeah, this is where he also says this is the only thing that he's done that hasn't disappeared.
Right. He
So
drew a portal.
they come alive, but the drawings still stay on the paper. So it's almost like they're like when they're coming to life, they peel off, right? But they stay
but
there.
they leave their remnants.
Yeah. And I
Which
love
will
this.
be important later.
Donnie just has no fear. He's about to go.
No, he just goes right in.
Yeah.
Again, in the storybook, I read the storybook first last night to just kind of like re-jog my memory. And I was like, dude, he would never do this in the comic. He wouldn't just go right in. And he like does go right in.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Kirby, you're not going to believe this. Got to see what's on the other side.
He says, lead on, McDuff. I don't get that reference. Dang it.
I don't either. Let me just grab my sketchbook. Geronimo. Then he jumps in.
We got some Mirage news here coming up.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. The Munden's Bar backup is bomb. I love it. The micro series we're reading. This right here I had to look up too because I had never seen this backup story written by Fred Hembeck in the issue 2 third printing. So I had to look it up and I found it. I had never seen it before.
It's not in that Ultimate Collection volume 6, book 6, where they had a bunch of the backups.
I don't think so because I think they only have like their backups. They maybe have one or two backups of other Mirage guys, but
they had a Corbin and Bassett in there,
right? But I would still consider that like Mirage guys.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We got Gizmo, son of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness. I actually have that book recently because one of the pages I own is from this like story called New York Ninja, and that first appeared in that.
Okay. Yeah, this is a game book, right?
It's a game book, yeah.
Yeah, and then they advertise, some new printings of a bunch of the issues. The Gobbledygook #1, I have. That's the one I have.
Yeah, me too. There must have been a giant print run for that because that book's not expensive, and you can find it. I've seen it in dollar bins. Like it's crazy that book is not more expensive.
That's what I thought too. I remember like when I was like looking, I'm like, oh, I wonder how much this is worth. I saw it for like $10.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
it must have had a really, really high print run, which makes sense, dude. Come on,
look at the sky, the clouds.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
and it's better than this, but it reminds me of those dudes that you'll see like in large city parks who like do the spray can like space portraits with like pots and pan tops and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's so epic, man. It's almost like airbrush duotone. Like, how did they do that? It's so sick.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Man, they were talking about how they thought Steve Bissette was like the master of duotone, but I think like at this point, they're pretty damn good.
I really can't find better duotone than in this Turtles run,
Nah, man. Nah. He catches Kirby, and then they're like, whoa, Ripes.
Yeah, they see one of the characters.
Yeah. And they kind of like start chasing it until this fucking spread. Oh. Good Lord.
So good.
Oh my God. It's so Kirby. And this is the one that made me be like, if Kirby never used duotone, it's like such a shame because this is gorgeous. And the levels and depth that they get with this duotone, duo shade, whatever you want to call it, it's gorgeous. The Kirby crackle on this main face.
I know it's you know that it's Kirby stuff, right? Like emulating Kirby, but it has like a little bit of a different flavor to it too. You know,
Right.
like it doesn't have
Almost
those ink scribbles.
elevated. They found a way to like elevate the Kirby style. Again, it's the genius of fans of something being able to build on their original thing and make it quote unquote better because they have like more tools at hand. You know, it's glorious.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Absolutely
glorious.
glorious.
These pages, the fighting. I love this. How he's
yes. What a crazy
down.
panel.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so sweet.
And then this glove, dude. I remember this glove so well from that kid's book. You know.
Me too, man. I actually found some old drawings, like, and you know what they have. You can get this. It comes with the Fugitoid Mirage toy that came out. It's like the exact same thing. Put it on your old school Donnie. I'm gonna have to do that right now. What I was thinking. I don't know why I put it on Fugitoid.
I just got my Tricer. I got Zog the other day in the mail.
Good, man.
That thing is monstrous.
I love it.
It's so big,
so hefty.
Yeah.
Oh man, and he's like, "What the heck?" Kirby is so quick thinking, and he's so quick on the draw. And oh my god, it just escalates from here in some insane way. It's a gravitic equalizer. It cancels out gravity, shoots these guys, and just sends them into the sky.
I think that's what's crazy too, is like not only are they putting Kirby in name or making him an artist, but they're also showcasing how brilliant he was and how creative he was and how quick, because he produced more pages than anybody in comic books, right? And a rapid succession, covers, interiors, and to be able to do that on the fly, like that's Kirby, you know. And I think that's cool that they added that in, you know.
Eat negative gravity, you hosers. Yahoo!
Makes a good club anyway, even though he's out of juice. It's awesome.
Oh my god, yeah, that's god. Why would it be out of juice? It's like a mythical. I'm just kidding. Oh man, and he just goes here and he's just beating him up. And
he's some more high-tech backup, man. I got it. And a size reference for scale. Finished up a few details. Voila, boom, done. I love it, dude.
And it solves any questions you have by immediately saying it's a mobile creep trapper, and it responds to my brainwave so it can do whatever they want. Boom. Not too shabby, pal. And it just starts eating these monsters. Oh, it's so sick. The line weight, the spot blacks, everything. It's so dynamic. Making me crazy. Oh my god. And again, like, oh my god, it's filled up. The monsters are still coming. The humans are like getting beat up, and Donnie jumps down. He's ready to go.
This is such a perfect comic, dude.
Oh my god, so good. And then this next spread, like, again, puke. So good. Oops. and again, the action continues until Kirby's like, wait, I got it. And again, like you said, he solves it with his mind, this whole thing. Kirby is like this genius.
This sweat beads on his face.
Yes. That's another like layered, just like we pointed out in the last one on Dr. Dome's like eyeball close-ups. That's like a creator trope right there. He loves to do one of those like eye close-ups right at the like turning point of the story. He's
and
like,
again, dude, the fighting, the shot of him like bashing up with the bow staff.
Not afraid to try the angles to make it cinematic that are hard to draw, like that up on the chin. Like, oh my god, it's again so sick. If I'm only fast enough, and he just starts again. Another. Oh, sorry, I'm on 28 now. This top panel is remade exactly in the book. It's perfect. Maybe we should just flip through it kind of quick at the end of this.
Okay.
Man, if you want, but I got it on my internet archive here.
Yeah, we can show it after this for sure.
Ah, sick, dude. Because you guys got to see how some of these panels are exactly like redone. And he's on top there, and he's just like, got it. He's like, dude, Kirby, great work. You're the master.
This is great. I love this too, because I remember that. I mean, obviously, it's a little bit of a different angle, the way they drew it, where he's like getting pushed out.
Yes.
And Kirby saves him.
Yeah. It's a little more dynamic, but
yeah.
here, I mean, than like the storybook. And then he like pops through as it really is shrinking out of portion. He's like, no. And this little paper airplane comes through. What is it?
I remember that too.
Gosh, these classic turtle faces with when the nose breaks the jaw line. I love drawing them like that.
Yeah, dude, I love that version of Turtles. It's funny that they eventually like stop drawing the faces that way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then look,
Yeah,
Donnie just goes into the room, dude.
He's like, dude, screw you.
Oh, so good.
So sick. Like it would have been really, really sick. Like if they did get Kirby to work with them and then Kirby drew just this page.
That would have been dope. That is Kirby's signature though. Minus the jack.
Exactly.
That looks exactly like his signature. And what a great way to end it.
Oh, so perfect. And like a bittersweet tale of this guy again choosing to like, stay in this world that he created. We got Gizmo and Prime Slime Tails coming soon, only from Mirage.
Iron-Ons.
Oh,
How to Draw the Turtles.
Yeah, classics. These ads, I mean, you can't beat them. I have one of these.
This is prior to 8, so this is talking about the team up between Turtles and Cerebus.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have the Donnie of the metal miniatures. It's a little bigger, they say.
Yeah, I've never actually seen them.
Yeah, it's a little like there's 2 different Dark Horse runs of these or something like that, because the Donnie I have is like a little bigger than the original run, but it's still metal. But I got it cheap because the bow staff is like broken off, and
I've never read this Grunts Stories of War and Peace.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, it's fun. It's some of the stories I believe started in Gobbledygook, and then they kind of grew out from there.
And the Jack Kirby petition to return.
Yeah, this is really cool.
This is so dope.
They were really doing that. And a lot of comics were doing that at the time. I think Frank Miller was really doing it a lot, and some other people.
Yeah, this is awesome.
More. There's like 10 pages of backup in here. These sick shirts, man.
Glow in the dark.
Love to have one of those.
Yeah, same.
I seen them on sale recently for like $200.
We got this pinup, dude, by Stan Sakai. So dope. But yeah, this is another great issue. I love going through these old Mirage comics. We're definitely going to be doing some more. Hope, make sure you guys follow us so you can stay up to date with all that. Eli's links down below, Comic Launch links down below, and hit the subscribe and the bell icon so you're notified every time a new video goes up. But before we get out, let's take a look at that Donnie.
Oh yeah, let's flip through it. All right, so I'll share my screen here. All right. So here it is. I borrowed it from the Internet Archive. They have a ton of turtle stuff on there. If you don't know the Internet Archive, it's an amazing resource online. You should definitely check it out. But here it is. Bringing back memories for you, dude.
Yes.
It's so sick. And this has a nice little turn. It flips just like that. Illustrated by G Studio, man. I tried to look that up last night, and there's literally no information. There's no artist at all. No, like there's no one credited with really doing this art, which is crazy to me. But yeah, so we get a lot of exposition. It's like, hi, I'm Donatello. I'm the Fix-It. I do machines. And then straight up, man, it goes right into the story. Ape's like April. Oh yeah, I have a friend named April. We call her Ape. I don't know why I just slipped into that. Anyway, she's just like, look out for our friend Kirby. Boom. And again, here it is, man. I'm gonna keep it quick. It's just it follows right along. And there's our dude. There's the Rick Griffin, like stoned out, bird thing or whatever. Exactly, man. He's like, why don't you try it? He draws the exact same little guy, and Kirby moves the thing, and he's like, dude, here's this portal. Let's rip it. And Donnie's like, oh boy, I just ate a huge meal, and I'm chewing it all down for some reason. And he's just like, come on through, bud. It's great, man. And then once we get in here, it's really fun. This spread is still done really well, although this guy looks very happy to be in battle. But
yeah, I don't remember that dude.
And Kirby looks more like Ray Stantz from the Ghostbusters cartoon in this, but still it might be like, this young Kirby. And here it is, what we were talking about. He like builds it into his arm. It's so sick. And he goes in there and he's a gravitic equalizer, still the exact same, but we don't see the guys ripping it. Then they build the thing, same exact, man. See, it's really crazy how malleable this story can be. And we get one nice spread like this where Donnie's in there. So cool, man. And then the same thing happens. I noticed these things, which is probably something I like thought to draw, like wanted to draw after this, exactly right out of the book. This was like the panel that I think I immediately like tried to recreate with my dunks or whatever. Mm-hmm. These guys are like, thanks, dude. And here they go. He squeezes through. This is weird because it seems like there's a ton of room here. They could just both go through at the same time. Anyway, it shrinks down. Boom. Same thing.
His face.
Yeah. And then boom. And we were talking that I think there was like a bagel pizza recipe after this, which I'm surprised they didn't put in.
Oh my God, the Incredible Shrinking Turtles. I had that one too. Yeah, and Return of the Shredder.
And all these books are here on archive.org to borrow if you want to check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah. And again, they're super cheap on eBay too.
Yeah. So yeah, this has been fucking fun looking back at that, dude. And like I said, make sure you guys follow us, all that stuff, all the links down below. And yeah, catch you next time.
Ciao, yeah.